Hello guys, welcome to another long video in this channel. We are coming closer to Christmas, closer and closer, now less than a month left. So today we are gonna bring to you how to make your own Christmas balls for you to hang onto your Christmas tree, okay? Before we continue, before I talk about material or anything, don't forget, subscribe to the channel, activate your notification bell so you will always know when we post a new video, like this video, and after you watch it, leave us a comment, say what you think about it, and share with everybody you know, okay? Today, we are going to do this Christmas ball using amigurumi technique, okay? That's why we are using this kind of yarn we have here in Brazil called amigurumi, and this is amigurumi slim because it is slightly slimmer than the traditional one. I think we talked about it in a short, the difference between the traditional amigurumi and this one. I'm going to be using this one because I like this color. It's a cherry red. Scissors. Today we are going to be using a stitch marker because we are going to work in circles. A number 2mm crochet hook. This material that I don't exactly know the name in English, but I suppose it's a metallic cord. This is a 1mm one, so it's very thin. It's the material you use to attach to your Christmas ornament so you can put your ornaments onto your Christmas tree. So we're going to be using this today. And obviously, we are going to be using fiber to fill your Christmas ball, okay? I'm going to remove my fiber sack from the table because it keeps making some kind of shadow. So let's do it. All right, one last item we are going to need to do our project, which is a tapestry needle, okay? But we are just going to use it at the very end. So I'm gonna leave it aside with my other materials. My scissors are aside. I have already selected a stitch marker that we are going to be using this time. And let's start our project. As I told you, we are going to be using the amigurumi technique. And what is the difference between the other techniques and the amigurumi one? In the amigurumi technique, we normally do not close our rows, yeah? We work in circles and the work grows in circles. We never close the row. So, speaking of circles, we are going to start with our magic ring. I'm going to do a very small one because this is a very slim thread and my hook is very small too. So I'm going to pull the hook close. Okay, this does not count as a stitch. And then we are going to do 6 single crochets around our magic ring. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. This time, guys, you don't need to be afraid of creating another stitch because, as I told you, we are not going to close the row, so it's not gonna happen, okay? Let me pull the tail, okay, to close off our magic ring. And now, there's the twist that we are going to give, okay? We will be working using the back loop only. Okay, on tomorrow's short, you are going to see exactly how to do a BLO or back loop only stitch. But you will see it today, so you're going to be learning beforehand. And in the second row, we are going to have 6 increases. That is, for each stitch, you are going to have a single crochet increase. I'm going to do a couple with you, okay? So, I have, let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I'm gonna get my back loop only, insert the hook. This is the tail. I'm going to work to hide the tail. Yarn over, pull up a loop, yarn over, a single crochet, okay? I'm going to do one more. I have my first 2 single crochets, and now I'm going to attach my marker to the first single crochet we had, okay? And now we are going to do it all around until we reach the last stitch in this row, okay? I will meet you here. So, finished our second row of increases, and you can see there's something going on here already. So, this is the twist we're going to give in our Christmas ornament. So, now, for the third row, we are going to have 1 single crochet and 1 increase all around the row. So 1 single crochet, 1 increase, 1 single crochet, 1 increase, and so it goes. I'm going to do first few with you. So back loop, single crochet, place your marker because you don't want to miss the beginning of your row. And now an increase. So it means 2 single crochets onto the same base stitch. So single crochet, increase, and you are going to repeat that until the end, and we will meet here again. We finished the third row, okay? Now we are going to the fourth row, and in this fourth row we are going to have 2 single crochets and 1 increase. But remember, we cannot place the increases over the other increases, otherwise your piece is going to be hexagonal and not circular, okay? So we need to alternate our increases. In this row, the previous row, the third row, you had 1 single crochet and 1 increase. So in this one, you are going to have 1 increase and 2 single crochets. It's going to be the opposite. What we are going to do is, whenever you have just 1 stitch, you're going to work 1 increase. And when you have the increase in the previous row, you're going to work separate single crochets. Easier shown than said, okay? Or easier done than said. So let me show you. So let's start with an increase. 1, 2 single crochets, placing the marker on the first stitch, okay? And now 2 single crochets. Yeah, let's do one more set. So increase, 1, 2. You are going to repeat that until we reach the marker, and then we will meet here. So guys, we finished our fourth row, okay? Next row is quite simple. You're going to have 3 single crochets and 1 increase all around the row. Let's do some sets together. So removed my marker. Let's do the first one, first single crochet. Place the marker back. The marker is your best friend in this kind of project. So 1, 2, 3, increase. One more. 1, 2, 3, increase. So you're going to repeat this sequence until we reach the marker, and we will meet here. 5th row finished, okay? Now, on the 6th row, we need 4 single crochets and 1 increase. But remember, we cannot have increase over increase. So the beginning and the ending of this row is going to be a little different, but not that much. I'm going to explain to you how it's going to work. I'm going to remove my marker, and I'm going to do 2 single crochets. So 1, 2, place your marker before you forget where you started. Then I'm going to have the first increase. And now you will be able to work 4 single crochets, increase, 4 single crochets until the end. But when you reach the end, you are going to have 1 increase here and 2 single crochets. And that's it, because it means these 2 single crochets will be paired with the first 2 single crochets we did here, okay? Let me do a set just as usual. So 1, 2, 3, 4, increase. And you are going to repeat that all around. Just remember, when you reach the end, you're going to have your last increase here, and these 2 will be normal single crochets. We will meet when we are here. So we finished our 6th row. 6th, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6th row, yes. And the next row is going to be the last row with increases, okay? So the next one is pretty simple. You're going to have 5 single crochets and 1 increase. I'm going to do the first set with you. So 1 single crochet, place your mark back, and never forget to close your marker. So 2, 3, 4, 5, increase. Okay, you are going to repeat that all around this row, and by the end of this row you will have 42 stitches. Okay, we will meet here. So guys, we have finished our 7th row, and I don't know if it's this is happening with you, with your project, but mine is already starting to curve, and this is perfect because that's exactly what's going to happen now. What are you going to do from now on? We have 7 rows here, all right? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Now you are going to have 7 more rows of stitch over stitch. What does it mean? That you are going to have, you have 42 stitches, you are going to do single crochets all around the same way we have been doing now, but with no increases for 7 rows. Then, in total, you are going to have 14 rows, okay? We have 7 already. You are going to do 7 more now, and then we are going to meet when all of us have 14 rows, because then we are going to start the decreases to make this thing into a ball, okay? See you in a while. So guys, we finished our 14 rows, and look how beautiful our ball is going to turn out, because look at this texture. It's so cute, you know. From now on, we are going to work on decrease rows, okay? Because we had, as you know, we had 7 rows of increase, okay? Then we had 7 rows without increases, without decreases, and now we are going to have 7 more rows of decreases. What we are going to do is, we are going to do a couple of decrease rows, then we're gonna stop we're gonna fill our ball with some fiber, and then we are going to continue and finish our ball. So let's start our first decrease row. I'm going to remove my marker. Our last increase row was 5 single crochets and 1 increase. Now we're going to do the opposite. We're going to have 5 single crochets and 1 decrease. Let's start. So let me put my hook. So 1, marker, our best friend. Then 2, 3, 4, 5, and now for the decrease we are going to do this. Take a look. We're going to have this loop, yarn over, pull through, okay, and close your stitch. Let's do one more set. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 1 decrease. Back loop, it's a little difficult, and close your stitch. You are going to repeat that all around, and we are going to meet here. So guys, we finished our first decrease row, and as you can see, only by doing this first row, our work starts curving from out inside, to the inside, okay? And then it's going to be the perfect curve for our ball. So it was opening outwards, now it's closing inwards, okay, inwards, that was the word. Now we're going to do our second decrease row, and we need 4 single crochets and 1 decrease. As we did in the increase row, where we had 2 single crochets, 1 increase, and then 4 single crochets, increase, 4 single crochets, increase all around, this is going to be the opposite, okay? So we are going to start with 2 single crochets, 1, 2, place the marker, then 1 decrease, decrease, and then 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, and decrease. You have to be careful with this kind of yarn because it's composed of cables, so the cables sometimes separate. Okay, so 4 single crochets and decrease. So you're going to repeat all around 4 single crochets and 1 decrease. And when you reach the end, you are going to have 1 decrease and 2 single crochets. And that's what's going to happen, okay? Let's meet when we are here. So guys, finished the second decrease row. Now we are going to the third decrease row, which is going to be pretty simple. 3 single crochets and 1 decrease. Let me start this row with you. So 1 single crochet, marker, now 2, 3, and decrease. This decrease is a little tricky with this kind of yarn, but it works. So 3 single crochets and 1 decrease. You are going to repeat it all around the row, and then we are going to meet here at the end, because then we are going to start filling our ball. We have to do it while our hole is not too closed. It's still, we still have some space here to put the fiber. So we're gonna meet when we finish this row. So we finished our third decrease row. Now I'm gonna pull my loop a little longer, just so we're not gonna run the risk of losing this stitch. It's not gonna happen because we have plenty of yarn here. Now it's time to get my fiber again. And the idea is we are going to start filling our ball, but we are not going to overfill, okay? I'm gonna get some fiber here, okay? And we're going to insert it into the ball like this. You can use your fingers, you can use your closed scissors, of course, you can use the back of your hook. But guys, here the idea is not to overfill this ball, because for two reasons. One, you don't want the fiber appearing here in these small spaces that we have between rows and stitches, okay? We don't want to see, like, we don't want it to call our attention, okay? And something, another thing is that you don't want it to be too heavy. After all, you're going to hang it onto your Christmas tree. So it has to be something light, okay? So what are we going to do? We are going to fill our ball with a little more fiber, okay? But you are going to stop. Let me see if we are at this point. Yeah, kind of, okay? What are you going to do? You are going to fill and stop until it cannot be overflowing the hole, okay? It has to be kind of like this, okay? And then we are going to come back and continue our decreases until we have a moment where we are going to stuff it a little bit more and finish off our ball, okay? I will meet you in a few seconds. So guys, I put a little bit more of fiber here, but not too much. As I told you, this is enough, okay? And also we still have space to push it a little bit because we're gonna need it now as we finish, as we do our decrease rows. Now, this last row had been 3 single crochets and 1 decrease. Now we need 2 single crochets and 1 decrease. Likewise, we did here when we did the increases, we had 1 increase and 2 single crochets, okay? We're going to do the opposite here. So 1 decrease and 2 single crochets. Let's start. So I will remove my marker and start with the decrease. I changed the way I get my hook because my hands are a little slippery, and so the yarn is not sliding too well onto my hook. So I'm going to pull here 1 marker, okay? Always try to hold your piece like this so you will keep the fiber where it's supposed to be, okay? And then 1, 2 single crochets, 1 more decrease, okay, and 2 single crochets. Repeat this process until the end, okay? Be careful not to pull fiber together. You see, I told you not to do it, and I did it. It's okay. I'm going to undo this stitch, and then we are going to meet here we will have 1 decrease and 2 single crochets. We'll be right back. So guys, we finished another decrease row, and we are going to do one more, okay? One more decrease row, and then we are going to be back and fill the rest of our ball with fiber, okay? Because, okay, you can say, ah, but there's enough fiber there. No, there's not enough. There's plenty, okay? But it's still a little, you know, it's not completely full, okay? And you must have a ball that's gonna be ball shaped, okay? So we are going to do one more decrease row, and this one is going to be simple. 1 single crochet and 1 decrease, okay? Let's start. So, remove my marker. Let me do my first single crochet. Marker. I will never insist enough for you to place your marker, okay? And now our decrease. So, back loop, back loop. At this point, guys, everything seems to be hindering you. It kind of is, but we must ignore it. So 1 single crochet, 1 decrease. You are going to do it all around, and you are going to have 12 stitches in this circle. It's going to be a pretty small circle. We'll be back to stuff a little more fiber here. So guys, I finished the row, and as I told you, we have like a small hole here. And now we're gonna get small chunks of fiber like this, and we are going to press into our ball like this, you know, carefully molding it, okay? Because we don't want our ball to be crooked or lumpy. No, we want as regular, the most regular possible ball. Do it like this, you know. Shape your ball with your hands. So you're gonna do it, okay? You're going to take small pieces, small chunks of fiber, do it. And when you feel like your ball is round enough, we will be back here, and we are going to finish with our last 2 rows so we can finish our ball. So guys, I stopped stuffing my ball. It's good enough for me, and I think I don't want, as I told you, I don't want the fiber to be too visible through the small holes that we have. But it's okay for me, it's in a good shape. Now, for our last, this is the last row, okay? We are going to have decreases all around, okay? So now, you're not gonna have single crochet and decrease. No, you're going to have decreases all around. So I'm going to remove my marker and start, okay? It's a little complicated because, as you can see, there's lots of fiber here. It's okay, it's part of the process. You just have to be a little more careful. So 1, 2 loops, yarn over, pull carefully the 2 loops, 1, okay? I'm going to place my marker, even if it kind of deranges me a little bit, but I feel safer with my marker here. It shows me that I'm not going to over decrease in this row. So 1, now 2, yarn over, pull carefully, 2, and you are going to do that all around until you get here. And when you get here, we will meet. So guys, we finished our last decrease row. And now the so awaited moment. We are going to remove our marker. I'm going to put it back onto my scissors. I have already cut the yarn. I'm going to put it aside because I don't need it anymore. And now what are we going to do? We are going to pull everything, and we are going to do something we call inverted magic ring, because we had in the beginning a ring and we put stitches onto that ring. Now we are going to do the opposite, okay? We're going to close the ring but diminish everything. So as you can see, we have 6 stitches here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, okay? Now we are going to come onto the front loop of the stitches, insert your hook, take this tail and pull through. 1, count with me because we're not using markers. 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. And then you're going to pull your ring close. Is it going to be sticky like this? No way. Sticky, no, sticking out like this. What are we going to do? We're going to find I'm going to be close to this part. I'm going to find a hole here, insert my hook and go up carefully, okay? I'm going to insert it through and close to where this tail was and pull it carefully inside and pull until we have closed our magic ring. We're gonna help it with our hand, and now let's help our ball. I never like cutting, you know, my tail, so I'm gonna fish it a little bit more inside. For me, it gives me the impression of safety, but I'm gonna cut it here. And where's my, let me hide it completely. And we have our ball finished, okay? Mold it, and we'll be back on the next part to put this metallic cord and transform it into a tree ornament. So guys, we are finished with our Christmas ornament, tree ornament, okay? And now you are going to transform this ball into a tree ornament. And how you are going to do it? You are going to use this kind of metallic cord, okay? It's pretty simple. You are going to wrap it around your 4 fingers like this. My hand is small, so I'm going to cut this piece. It can't be too long, okay, guys, because you're going to hang it onto your tree. And now you're going to use the tapestry needle, insert a part of it. And you're going to look at your ball and choose which side you are going to leave hanging onto the tree. I always think that the beginning is cuter than the ending. Not that it's not cute, it's well done, but I prefer this part here. So I'm gonna go here, we have row 1, 2. I'm gonna go around row 2, insert my needle here. Okay, about 2 rows. And I'm just gonna pull my metallic. I probably won't need this anymore, but I'm gonna leave it here. And then you are going to tie a knot on top. I do like this. I wrap the cord around my finger, insert here, and you are going to pull, okay? Try to pull it as closest to the tip as possible. It's good enough, okay? Then you do like this, pull it on opposite direction, so you'll be sure it's not gonna escape. It's not gonna escape, as you can see. And then you're gonna hide this tip into the ball. And you have your Christmas tree ornament ready. Isn't it great, guys? This is wonderful. I love crochet. You can, if you have some spare yarn around, laying around, and you don't have a destination for that, you can do many of these. You can do smaller ones. You can do bigger ones. You can, of course, if you are going to do smaller ones, you're gonna do less increase rows, and consequently, as the number of increased rows has to be the same number of decreased rows, and I like to have the same number of middle rows. So that's the proportion, okay? If you have 3 increased rows, you're going to have 3 rows with no increases or decreases, and then you're gonna have 3 rows of decreases. This one was 7, 7, 7. 21 rows. We have a perfect side Christmas ornament, Christmas ball, okay? Guys, you can use any kind of yarn you have laying around. This one, I told you I used this amigurumi yarn because this is special for smaller, delicate pieces, but you can do your Christmas yarn, your Christmas ornament with polyester yarn, with t-shirt yarn, with wool, whatever you have in your hands, whatever you want. Your creativity is going to be the chief, okay? So that's it, guys. I hope you liked this video, and if you didn't in the beginning, don't forget to subscribe to the channel, activate your notifications, set your alarm bell, like this video, and comment here what you think, and share the video to with everybody you know, okay? Thank you very much for watching, and see you next video.